Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, whoever you are. This is Just Stop It. And I'm your host, the Grand Queen, coming at you tonight. And we are glad to have you aboard tonight, this Super Bowl night. Oh, from what I understand, I don't know who your team is. Well, we hope you have some fun and you get the best of Super Bowl Sunday. And here we are at the very beginning. We're still in our second month. Oh my goodness, we have so much things not just to do, but there's much to talk about. However, we're glad that you are here with us. And we've got our hot spot to the show tonight. Our oh so opulent one, our co-host Shannon Grace Chappelle in the house tonight.
Hey.
The Super Bowl Sunday. Yes,
Hi. How are you,
yes.
Grand Queen?
All right now, opulent one. I don't know yet, but it's all right. we
Yeah,
will.
it's
We
going to
shall
be all
see
right.
what we shall see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we've got our Trey Wiz in the house, our media producer,
Hey
the one
everybody,
and only the Wiz Kid in the house tonight. Hey, Trey.
what's up?
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
Trey.
What's up,
All
y'all?
right, all right.
Hi.
What's up?
That is ours. That is the apple from
Thank
the
you.
tree. Our Shannon Gray Chappelle, our two hot spots of the show tonight. We're all hot
Thank you.
spots. We're all stars that
Thank
shine.
you.
We just shine at different times. And this is our team, the JTI team. And yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That part. That
And
part.
people
Yep.
are rooting for their team and things like that. I say, listen, you might want to just take it, not just, of course, people love to have fun. You need football, you need basketball, you just need to have some fun. It's a part of your,
Uh-huh.
your outlet, your mental well-being. So yeah, we need more though, because some people take it really far. If their team doesn't win, their team don't win,
Mm.
they out of sorts. They start trashing the place.
Mm.
They all over the place.
Mm.
I've
It's
seen some
true.
states, they'll trash the place, trash the neighborhood. It's not that serious.
Mm.
Just
No.
stop it.
No.
So as we, tonight, just want to share a friendly reminder, a friendly disclaimer. The information that we share is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All content, including text, including graphics, images, information, is based upon general information, shared information for you to live your best life and move forward. Please seek medical advice at any
Yes.
That
rate
part.
for anything pertaining to your mental health, your physical well-being. Nothing replaces medical advice. We're talking about something that adds to and enhances your life. Please seek consultation with doctors and health professionals,
That
right?
part.
Mm-hmm.
And one more
Absolutely.
friendly reminder, please, folks who pass them through, don't be mean, keep it clean. This is a whole different atmosphere. What you do at home, we all say things from time to time that make us feel good. It's a feel good moment. We're
Mm.
talking about
Hmm.
explicitives, but please, here we are engaging a whole different atmosphere, a safe haven for people to say what they need to say and do what they need to do and
Hmm.
move forward. It's about the takeaway. It's about the action that they are able to take away from this platform, being able to
Mm-hmm.
confront it, set it up, and find a resolve. That's what we're
Hmm.
about. All right.
Well
Yes.
said.
So
Well
yeah, so
said.
we're different. And
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're not for everybody, and that's okay.
that's all right.
Yes.
That
That's
is
cool.
okay.
All
So
Part.
right.
yeah, Super Bowl Sunday, family. Exploring. We're still talking about accountability tonight. We're talking about Black accountability and
Mm.
making new history.
All right
Mm,
now. All right
that
Oh,
now.
part.
oh,
Okay.
wait a minute. Wait a
Tell
minute.
us what it is.
Wait, that part.
Shout out to
Making.
whoever is watching. I see two of y'all in here. What's up to y'all? Don't be afraid to comment and say what's up and say that you're in here. Welcome to Just Stop It. But go ahead, Queen. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Just wanted to say what's
Yes,
up to
welcome
them.
again. Yes, we welcome you guys who passing through, who came through tonight. And don't hesitate to share information with us to explore. Listen, we're all accountable. We're talking about Black accountability. It is still Black History Month. Well, look, of
Mm-hmm.
course, we know Black History Month expands every day. We just don't wake up and say it's Black history. We make
Yeah.
history every day. We are part of that journey. So now we're making new history. Yes, thank you, Monica,
No,
for
that's
passing
actually
through.
not
Monique,
cutting you off. Monique, yes, that's one of my friends,
Monique.
Monique. Thank you for stopping by. I
Hi,
don't know who the
Monique.
other
How are
person is,
you?
but shout out to Monique. Thank you for stopping
Thank you
All
for
by.
right.
coming.
All
Yes,
right.
love.
All right.
Yes.
Huge love. Much love. Much love. Much love. Much love, Monique, and whoever else is in the studio, and everybody who's listening and watching tonight. Much love to you and taking the time out on this Super Bowl Sunday. I know you're going to
Oh
catch the
yeah.
game in a while, but just catch it with us. Just catch it after you catch with us. Catch the game.
DVR it.
I'm
It's
just saying.
2024. You can
Exactly.
DVR it.
DVR,
Yeah.
you
I
be
get
all
it.
right. You be
Yeah.
okay, and whatever you didn't miss, you'll catch up. All right.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't care if
So
you got the game on and you watching us at
same
the same
time
time.
you
I
watching
don't
us.
care if you look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We listen, we ain't mad at you. If
That
you put
part.
us in the frame and you watching the game same time, that works too. Listen, you talking about maybe you got something to say, maybe you have something to say about the game,
Mm-hmm.
and black accountability, making new history. What are black people doing in things in the sports world and making new history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tonight exploring a black accountability is fueling the revolution and rewriting history. We are rewriting history. We are making history black. That part. Put
That
that
Mm-hmm.
part.
in. Put
Okay.
that in your.
Okay.
Put that in
I
your
ain't never
weekly
heard nobody say
journal.
that before. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, make history black. So many pages have been missing from our history.
Mm.
Here we are. We are replacing it, making new chapters, new books in our Black history. So here's a Kickstarter for you. A little
Mm-hmm.
scripture. The people I love, I call to account. This is from Revelation
Ooh.
and
It's
guide
all right.
so that they live at their best. Up on your feet, then about face. So we're accountable. This is all it's saying. We are
Yeah.
accountable in so many ways. We face it. However, we got a plan. There's a plan for everything, and in everything, we have to change. So here
Mm-hmm.
we are. We are champions. We are all champions of change. So as we understand accountability, what leads our loved ones to greatness? I got a
Well, one
question.
question. I got a question
Oh.
actually. I wanted to ask
Absolutely,
you to do something
absolutely.
for
That's
me.
good.
Do something for me real quick, and I want you to repeat that scripture because it was my fault, ladies and gentlemen. I had pressed the wrong button and took Professor off the screen for a quick second. So please repeat that scripture for everybody so we
Mm-hmm.
can move forward from there.
Revelations,
Yes.
Revelations 3:19. The people I love, I call to account, prod and correct and guide so that they'll live at their best. Up on your feet, then about face.
That part, okay.
Mm.
I couldn't let you miss that. I didn't want to let you miss that. So
I like
About
that.
face.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad we picked that
I
You
one
like
together.
it.
know, yeah, that is just accountability all over the place. Just champions. We are champions of facing. We start problems and we fix it and we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So since
Mm-hmm.
we're champions, we have champion thinking. But I got a
Yeah.
question. What
Mm-hmm.
makes us, what makes us accountable? What makes us how do we take the lead? How do we lead our loved ones to greatness? What makes us accountable for making new history? Black accountability as a people. How do we lead our loved ones
Mm.
to greatness and make new history?
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
And we do it every day. We may
Mm.
not even know it. We may
Well,
not know it.
stop allowing and I'll answer that first because it just came to me.
Okay.
Just stop
Yeah.
allowing the people around you, the things that you see that are wrong, people
Mm-hmm.
being done wrong, your own people trying to double down on their own brothers, their own sisters. I know a
Wow.
lot of people. For
Mm-hmm.
just one quick example, just simply getting on the bus, going to work every day. There's the parking ride. Seeing people trying to that look the same, trying to muscle each other for maybe a beef they have going on, or maybe even you want something as silly or as simple as a cigarette from that person. So you're gonna give me a cigarette. You're gonna so the arguments that I see, the energy that I see towards our own people is what I need to
Yeah.
stop. So when you see someone in a situation like that, someone needs
Mm-hmm.
help or someone needs to be advocated for, because that's what we're supposed to be doing here is advocating for
Exactly.
people,
Advocating.
especially for
Yeah.
their mental health. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
stand up for it, speak up on it. I'm
Yeah.
tired of seeing people, mind their business when it's not time to. Because
Yeah.
Exactly.
because when you're supposed to minding your business and staying on what you're on, people don't want to do that. But when it's needed, for you to step
Uh-huh.
up. It's when people want to get quiet. So that's what I
Yeah.
would suggest.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know,
feel it
I
one.
mean,
Absolutely,
just
Trey
saying,
Wiz.
just saying.
I
oh
feel it one.
boy.
She said, "Oh boy, here it come. Here it is. Go ahead." As
We
As Judge said, Judge Mathis said, "Go ahead."
wait a minute, hold on
Right,
one second.
right now.
Okay, here we go. All right. Accountability. We lack accountability, and I've noticed there's a lot of what's blaming other people for the state that we are in totally in the community. You feel me?
I
So,
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
everything that has happened to us, everything that we're going through, is almost some of those things have turned into excuses.
Yeah.
Very
you
true.
know
Mm.
and
Very true.
and tracing it back to when our counterparts did this or our counterparts did that. And I'm gonna have to say it. We're gonna keep it real today, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's keep all right now. All
Let's
right.
go.
I'm gonna keep it all over. I
Go
don't.
ahead.
That's the only way I know how to be. I'm trying
There'll
to
be
Okay.
no
get my
That's what
words
we
benediction
together.
want.
here.
That's
There'll
what we
be no
want.
benediction here. Go right ahead.
So we tend to blame other people for our downfall totally. We tend to blame everything on systemic racism to some of the basic stuff. It's not everybody else's fault. And I can't say I remember a time, but I do know of a time where we stuck together.
Mm-hmm.
We looked out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And my fear really is that, well, not really my fear, but in my experience, and I hate to say this, it pains me to say it, in my experience, the worst lack of support, the people who kept things going, negatively, were my own people, especially in the
Right.
corporate world.
Right.
It really was. I could not look to them for support. I could not look for them to have my back. Now, I'm not saying that we should support each other and when we are um, doing wrong, we
Right.
are
Right.
absolutely wrong, and that thing of I'm going to support you, I'm going to stick up for you because we all black.
Yeah,
No,
that's not gonna always cut
Right.
it. Right. That's not gonna
absolutely
cut it.
not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
And blaming each other. I watch a lot of social media type stuff, and I watch the bantering back and forth of the gender wars and all that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff, and I do realize that there are some people that are just spewing hate and stuff for clickbait or for views.
Very true.
I get that, but I do feel the energy of some people of the hate that we have for each other.
Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
big thing
Yeah.
that we don't talk about, and you can feel it. It can radiate off of folks how much we hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me
Wow.
say, for somebody comes after me, not all,
Right.
not
Because you always
most.
gotta clear that. You always gotta let
You got to
people
clear
know
that.
what
Well,
they
I don't do that, but
right.
somebody that
That
does.
Hmm.
does.
Yeah.
Somebody that
Yeah.
makes excuses. And the example I always try to use too, just with excuses. Some of us, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. You know,
Go ahead.
here you go. Look at my face.
Right.
Truth. I can't.
Right now. Right now.
You got one part blaming single black mothers for the crime that's going on in the community. It's all of their fault. And then you got women blaming the men. And then you have people not. I guess times have changed so much where there's a lot of coddling, and they can say, my child, little Timmy, he didn't do that.
Right.
Right.
He
He would
didn't do
never
that.
do that. Yeah. He would
But
never
but
do that.
but he's on the
Uh,
videotape robbing the bank with Timmy first and last name on the shirt, and
Right.
nobody
Same
first and
says,
shoes.
last name.
Same
Same
sneakers.
shoes.
nobody
Get
Yep.
out of
says,
here.
Same height.
nobody
Uh-uh.
says, and it angers me because nobody says,
Yeah.
you went to jail, because you did something you're not supposed to be doing. Whether
Yeah.
it's
Over
because
and over
I
again.
am
Yeah.
so tired. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care who this annoys because I've
Right.
been wanting to say this for a long time.
Go ahead and
Go
I
say it,
am
ahead.
mommy.
so tired. I'm so tired of some of the excuses. Yes, we've had things that are put in place to make it where we could not advance. We talk about it all the time. Redlining, as far as how
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
always a
Yeah.
way to hold somebody back subtly because you
Yeah.
Yeah.
can't do it
Subtly.
out in
Yeah.
the open because you don't want to be deemed as a racist. You don't want to be deemed as a bigot. You don't want to be deemed as unfair. You
Yeah.
don't
Right.
want to be. You don't want that stigma on you. But there's other ways to keep people out of
Yeah.
places where
Yeah.
you don't want them to be.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a level of ignorance right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are such a brilliant people. We are inventors, we are scientists, shoot, we are
Yeah.
all type of things. We have invented some of the things that people use every day
Every day.
that you would not even know. The security system, the list goes on and on and on. So we
Yes.
are
Yes.
brilliant people, but when you see those few that just do ignorant, and I'm trying to keep it clean and not be mean,
Hey,
some of
Professor, what's
us.
the saying again? What's it? What is it? Keep it clean. What is it? Tell us
Keep
again,
it. Don't be
Professor.
mean. Keep it clean.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let
Don't be mean,
me.
keep it clean.
Hey, say it one more time while the camera's on you.
Tell
Don't
me,
be
look,
mean. Keep it clean.
That
listen to
part.
me.
That
Okay,
part.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm tired. We,
Now
we
that we
make a
got that
lot of
out the way.
excuses. We make a
Right.
lot of excuses. In a nutshell, let me just let me just land. We make a
Yes.
lot of excuses. We have blamed other people on certain things that we have done. We are not unified anymore. We don't support each other anymore.
Mm.
You don't have that big mama, what do you call it? A big mama you can go
Yeah.
to anymore. You don't have that
Yeah.
person that look out for you in the neighborhood anymore. You don't have any of those things. And we need to get back to that. And I'm gonna say it again. I don't want people to be like, hey, I don't do that. Well, you know something that do. And you know what I mean.
Accountability. there,
Accountability.
there we
Exactly.
go.
Take
Yeah.
accountability.
Exactly.
Can you do me a
Yeah.
favor, mommy, and read Monique's
Yes,
first comment? First of all, I wanted to say,
absolutely.
hey to her, but
Okay,
yeah,
Miss Monique, starting off when ourselves, hold on one second.
no
We'll do it again.
problem.
Starting off with ourselves on being accountable for our own actions before we start talking about what others are going through. Absolutely. And I'll read the other
E-
two too. Okay,
Exactly.
the one, there's no more genuine love. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Now I'm going to say it and I'll tell you, I can talk forever. I'll give somebody else a chance. But when Miss Monique says no more genuine love, no.
Yeah.
I am more, it bothers me that my children, and this is for anybody across any
Hmm.
racial lines, but a man that looks like, or people that look like me, that's supposed to be in my community, I'm keep thinking that if somebody messes with my children, that they'll sit there and watch them get
Yeah.
Yeah.
hurt. That's my
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my fear because I've
That
heard
part. Hmm.
some individuals in our community, not all, say that's not my child, that's not my mother, that's not my relative. I don't have
Yeah.
nothing to do with that. So you would sit there and watch my child get hurt. Not saying that it could be your daughter, it could be your son, it could be your brother, it could be your cousin. It irritates me. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it.
Yeah.
The behavior has to stop. If you want to trust each other and build a community and strengthen that, all the stupid stuff has to stop.
All the
Very
stupid
true.
stuff. All the
Mm.
stupid stuff.
All the
Yes.
entitlement has to stop.
There it is.
Look, y'all don't
Mm-hmm.
understand. Y'all don't understand. Let me just say real quick that I'm 30 years old and my mom talks in a certain tone. I still get a little nervous. She like, I ain't even do nothing. And I'm
Oh,
like,
oh,
you
that's
know.
right. I forgot. I forgot. Mom is from the school of the look,
Oh,
right?
So
Mom
I'm
is
like,
from the
all right.
school of the look
I'm,
and the
I'm
tone.
like, calm. I'm like,
Yeah,
calm
yeah.
down.
sweating,
I'm sorry. Look, look, look,
Getting
sweating.
nervous. I need to take this
look.
hat off and all that. Look, I was comfortable. The
Look,
climate
look. Look.
control, you know.
I'm trying to
But
get out of
listen, we
character.
need that. We
The
need that.
father.
We
It the
need
Yeah.
more opulent moms. We need more opulent people in the community, like Shannon, like you, like
come
Monique.
on.
We need those
Yes.
people because those are truths that people need. In this, what do we have? We have so many
Oh,
different generations.
oh
That's
yeah.
but the latest one, the 2000, you know, they
Mhm.
are falling behind the wayside because
Oh
of
yeah.
Exactly.
entitlement, lack of genuine love, ignorance, game
Yeah.
blaming, and excuses. And that
Yes.
entitlement alone is a killer. So
Oh
now,
my
black
gosh.
accountability, um, you know, first of all, referring to holding individuals within the black community and within
Mm-hmm.
communities, period, because now our communities are mixed. We talking about black people tonight, and as Shannon said, we,
Yeah.
you know, this don't apply to everybody. Wherever it falls, whoever it
That part.
reaches, we just
Whoever it
saying.
reaches.
So
Yeah.
whoever
Mhm.
it reaches. So we're talking about within the black community who's responsible for their actions, decisions, and contributions to society. We don't have any
Yeah.
more. Well, I have to say we do have because we have all these we have mixed generations and mixed family households. We talking about how
Mhm.
many conversations of accountability are held in that family. Because back in the day, it used to be like, "Come here, little girl, I got something to share with you." If you did
Yeah.
something, they'll be like, you know, grandma, great auntie, and everybody gonna sit down to the table and have a conversation with you. So I know
Whew.
what you mean, Trey, when you said mom's voice and the look.
Yeah.
We had those people in the family. They didn't treat you
Oh
mean, they
yeah.
didn't
Whew.
abuse you, they didn't beat
Mm-mm.
you.
Not at
They
all.
talking about,
But
okay,
it
this
just
is
the tone was
detrimental,
enough.
what you did and what you said. They always taught us
Yes.
in my family, listen, what you do affects you as a person, affects us as a family, affects the community and
Mm.
the world. They took it four
Yes.
places and be like, God, I'm responsible, accountable for all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are every day, all day. And because you black,
Every
that
day.
makes a whole difference. So
Yes.
yeah,
Makes
it's
it
true.
worse.
So we've got to have now grandmothers, which are getting younger, and
I was gonna say that.
Very true.
that's another thing that grandmothers and great grandmothers are younger a part of the generation. There's a gap, so now we're talking
Mhm.
about behavior, how they engage each other and become personally responsible within the community, how the community is developing. There is no more excuses.
Yes.
Grandmothers, I don't care how old you are, you got to have a conversation. Say, look, son, look, grandson, what you did, and also helping them to deal with the media because the media plays a serious part in the in the lives of everybody. But it's an
Mhm.
overkill. It's like a
Yes.
Very
Kill
true.
Bill moment to me. You know what I mean? It's like
Yes.
Yeah, very true.
everything is on the kill for something ridiculously insane and nothing to do with promoting life, nothing to do with assets, nothing to do
Mm-mm.
with even rules and regulations keep you safe. You just got to change them as you go along. So yeah,
Yes.
so there is a resolve, there is a setup, there's a confrontation, there's a resolution. You know, the setup should be something good for life, and the confrontation, of course, is going to be a challenge, which shouldn't be hard. And that's another thing. We live by the work hard concept, and technically we should be living by the work smart concept.
Very
Mm.
true.
So when we champion our thinking, you know, we can confront things skillfully and expect the possibilities that there's going to be a backlash, but you have a plan. Just let me share that little excerpt with you again.
Mhm.
This part right here. Um, the champion thinking. Champion thinking and praying is when you see the cause, confront it skillfully, and expect the possibility that there might be a backlash, but you have a plan. And I think our
Mhm.
people sometimes they may not be afraid, but they're not afraid. They ain't no punks. The thing is,
Mm-mm.
they don't want to deal with the backlash of reality. I'm
Mhm.
just saying.
I hear that.
So,
I hear
you
you.
know, and that quote is from my book, God's Mind Over Our Matters. And I had to pop that in there. I had to read that to you a little bit because we are all champions, and we deal with prejudice. We deal with community living. every day, but we're trying to live well and communicate how to live, and evolve and deal with the key factors. And tonight, what's the key? Black accountability. We
Accountability.
opening
Okay.
the door. We
It
opening the
starts
door.
there.
It starts there. That's a part of our mental health support. So we got to set up those conversations. Tonight, this is the setup, family.
Yep.
This is the setup. Confront it with a plan and expect the backlash, but you got a plan. That's
But
how
Mm-hmm.
if there's
you deal with
anything
it.
that if there's anything that anyone, especially you, Monique, because you're someone who's in here watching, I don't know who
Mm-hmm.
that other person is, but thank you for staying as long as you did. If there's anything that you want to talk about when it comes to accountability, anything that you want us to highlight about being accountable in any way, shape, or form, please let us know because I'm trying to get us more engaged with the people that come across. So I want you to know that you have the space to say something. Even if you have nothing,
Yeah.
it's okay, but just throwing it out there that you have that. Go ahead, Professor.
Yeah, excuses, man, Shannon, you put it down. You served up the buffet. You
Okay,
served us
that
the
part, the
buffet. I love it.
smorgasbord,
Thank
that
you.
part.
Exactly. That was really, and that's a part of making new history. Acknowledging that there's a problem, acknowledging that there's no more excuses, acknowledging that the foolishness and mayhem of ignorance is no longer acceptable, acknowledging that we
Yes.
need genuine love, and acknowledging that there's no such thing as entitlement. Just like
Right.
Yeah.
our counterparts be talking about white privilege, there's no such thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing. There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
such thing. It is about how we are created to live. It's about um, awareness, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Education, educating ourselves about our history, culture, and social issues, such as even having general conversations. Listen, little man, you can't be posting on Facebook. You can't be posting pictures you holding packs of money and things like that. Where'd you get that
Yeah.
packs those bundles of money? That should be the
Yeah.
question. Where'd
Yeah.
you get that money? Don't be afraid to confront that child.
Yeah.
Those conversations should be held from before birth, right throughout their lifetime. Don't be afraid to check their book bags. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to say, listen, who are your friends? Who's that boy? Who's that girl? Who's her
Mm-hmm.
mama and daddy and
Exactly.
them, or whatever? Who's that? What's their family composition? Who are the people in their family? Who are their caregivers? What are you doing if you're not coming from school? Where you coming from? And check on them if they are
Mm-hmm.
in school or not. Things like that. Don't be afraid, because no, if you're afraid of your child because of what the government says, then that's another problem too. We didn't talk about
Yeah.
that part, because some
Exactly.
parents they don't want the confrontation from the government, saying they don't want the government dictating to them on how to raise their child, but the government is already doing that.
Already doing it.
They
And
They're
we
do.
have
doing
no
that.
choice. One of
Yeah,
the
they
comments
already
I see
doing that.
from Monique, not to cut you off at all, Professor, she said a lot of adults don't tell kids no more what they're watching on TV. I'm sorry. A lot of adults don't tell kids no more what they see on TV is not always true because everyone is looking for so many quick financial gains and are scared to
Mm-hmm.
stand on being different and are scared to change or being canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
reality. Yeah,
Absolutely.
This is the era of censorship, so you're not allowed to say too much of anything anymore, unfortunately. So when
I
wow,
the
can
feel
you
closer
you.
you get to the
imagine?
truth, yeah, the
Uh-huh.
closer you get to the truth, the more you have a problem.
Oh
One of
Yeah.
wow.
the compliments before I let you go, mommy, because I see you about to
Oh,
say
I'm
something.
sorry.
Just
I'm
want to know,
sorry.
you're fine. You're fine. I just seen you, so I'm letting you know that I know you too. But
Yeah.
she said teaching self awareness and accountability to the babies early. We got to start as soon as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
I wish that we had the power to, because if I knew people that handled production, these, these Nickelodeons and these Nickelodeons and Nicktoons and uh, some of these kids programs, um I wish that we had the power to speak with someone and try to get something like that where we were teaching kids new
Mm-hmm.
concepts and new things, because as everyone sees on the news, they're integrating a lot of things that our kids really don't need at this time,
oh
that they're
yeah,
trying to integrate way too
Mm-hmm.
early. Some things that are
yeah,
infiltrating our children's minds. My sister being younger than me, 15, infiltrating her mind. She's still
yeah.
going through school. So things like that I worry about.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
concern.
You know,
Adolescence, yeah, for sure,
yeah,
for true, for
and,
true, for
you
true.
know,
Because
so
we working on that. I'm definitely working on that. We
you
need
know,
to want to get into the
Mm-hmm.
Boys and Girls Club, want to get into the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, people like that, organizations
yeah.
like that, and more. Anything that has to do ACS, things like that, because
Shout out to the
we have to
Compliance Center
make new
if
history.
anybody.
Oh
Shout out to the
yeah.
Compliance Center if anybody
Compliance
knows
center.
about that because I grew up at the Compliance Center, so that's a part of because it's the same thing. It was right across the street, same corner as the Boys and Girls Club, because so it's
Yeah.
virtually the
Absolutely.
same thing in certain ways. But yeah, for those programmers that
Yeah,
did, those people I do remember, those teachers, those staff members that I do remember that
Mm-hmm.
I do still think about in at 30 years old in today's
that's
time,
great.
y'all do matter.
Mm-hmm.
So us
Absolutely,
kids
It
do
absolutely.
remember
does.
you guys when we grow up.
It
Yes,
does.
they do. Yes, they do. Opulent one, what you say now?
Oh, I have a lot to say. um,
Go with it. Go with it.
but I mean, I don't never want to make it seem like it's all of us that are doing these awful things that are not strengthening community and
Oh,
not
not at
building the
all.
community. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. I just want to clarify that.
Not at
What
all.
I what I
Exactly.
tend what I tend to bring up are those things that people really don't say, and I'm actually, for the sake of keeping it clean,
Yes.
not saying it the way I want to say it and everything, because I do see the lack of accountability with some stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And you mentioned something that I really want to touch on, Queen. That grandmothers are younger and younger. We don't have the big mamas anymore. We don't have the look, from the moms and stuff too much anymore.
Yeah,
You have people
yeah.
that are a little bit more that are frustrated and shall I dare say they're dealing with issues, underlying mental health issues, and having children, trying to raise children at the same time. And
Exactly.
you have so many different factors in it, but I can't lie and say that we're not as unified as we used to be. We were more unified back in the days where you were dealing with segregation and that type of stuff. I feel
Yes.
when we all were in a bad spot, you
Yeah,
know. Um, and once we kind of got over that part, now it's still there now. If you speak on that, it's still there. It's that
yeah.
we no longer have those, signs and things up that designate where we're supposed to go and what we're going to do based on our color. We don't
Exactly.
have that
Wow.
Exactly.
because you can't have that. But that doesn't mean that people still can't act that way.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
discrimination. But when we go out into the world, I feel regardless, yes, we're going to have some obstacles, and we all know it. There are always going to be people that think that when we go out into the world, they're going to perceive or assume something about us based on the color of our skin that is not true, and not, tap into the character of that person automatically. And as women, I feel like we have two stripes. We're a woman and we're a person of color. So
Understood.
people are going to
yeah,
assume certain things, and let's say our men too as well.
yeah.
Our men aren't thugs. Our men ain't in jail. You know,
Exactly.
but to say that there aren't some that are like anybody else, that's true. But my son, because he's over 6 feet tall, isn't going to rob anybody. So that's
That's
where
Exactly.
me,
you
y'all.
get that's where you get
Stereotypes.
that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
stereotype, that type of stuff. So we're
Mm-hmm.
always going to face that. My question is, where do we get back to being us again? When do we
That
get
part.
back to looking out for each other and planning again?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have lost all of that. And I don't care how righteous and black some people claim they are to be. And I'm not
Okay.
knocking that.
And I'm not
But what
either.
what what are certain individuals doing to strengthen that community? We don't trust each other.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're so messed up.
Malik said
We're
it. That part.
so messed up.
That part.
And
Yeah.
whether we know it or not. So in order for us, we got to fix where we're messed up at. We're messed up.
Exactly. Clean up
Right.
what
We're
you
more
messed up.
We're
Mm-hmm.
more messed up, and sometimes I don't even think we know how messed up we can be, or we
Yeah,
Or
are,
yeah.
care. I don't think
Or
or
people
even
care.
care,
care. Yeah.
or
They
care.
don't
Yeah.
care. They don't even care to be accountable. Yeah.
We have
That
we
part
have
too.
become
Yeah.
overall society, in my opinion, has become an uncaring, unloving, unaccountable, selfish, society that we have. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Nobody cares about nobody,
Yeah.
but a
Yeah.
select few about
Unfortunately.
us. Like I
And I
Yeah.
mentioned
want to know.
before, yeah, I mean it's just so I'm speaking in this tone because it's so sad to me and it's so
Hmm.
frustrating to me when I hear and I witness certain things because we are so much more than that.
That part.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We really
M-
are.
We
We
My
are.
are
question.
far beyond what we could even imagine or think or even have a
No.
conversation in. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, we are.
But I
Yes,
want to
Monique.
know. I want to
Yeah.
know why is
You
it?
know, fruit
Why is it that?
producing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say what is there
Why
fruit.
is it that? Why is it that it's? I want to know why is it that I feel that type of energy my mom was speaking on from our people. We spend so much time, and I just want to say this quickly before we continue. Thank you Bonnie, for keeping up in the comments. I appreciate that so much. But
Mm.
why is it that it comes from our people? We want to talk about what this person is doing so much, or what those people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those people are
Mm.
doing so much, but we never talk about the own heat that's coming from our own neighborhoods, our own environments. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
when I get on the bus, I'm not worried about I mean, Timmy could just as well stab me or choke me or do something to me or
Oh.
feel some type of something to want to, harm me. But at the same time, I feel like I have to watch my shoulder and look over my shoulder a little bit more when it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
our people. And that makes me sad because
Me
I
too.
catch myself pre-assuming.
Yeah.
And some of
Yeah.
those things I realize, wow, I have dreads too, so I can't look at him and think, oh, you got, I don't have tattoos on my face or certain things that might make you feel a certain way about somebody, but at the same time, it's people that look like me. Like
We
my
got.
Exactly.
mom said, that's the saddest thing.
It
That's the
is.
saddest
Yeah.
I
thing that
think
we have to.
Yeah.
I'll say it really quick because I definitely want to hear what the professor has to say. Please, I know I'm
Of
talking a
course,
lot tonight. We have such disdain for each other that you can't trust each other fully. You know what I'm saying?
understood.
And that shows up to me in so many different ways in your particular community, in your neighborhood, that you cannot trust each other and you look out for yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's a
Very
shame. It's a
true.
shame. I just, you know, I have to. You have to look out for everyone, but I don't know how much my own kind in certain circumstances hate me. You
Wow.
don't
Yeah,
know.
Wow.
You don't know to the level of hating me because I do know of the hate. I do know
Mm-hmm.
all of those things that you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All those
Yeah.
yeah.
things that I just mentioned, I don't know to the level of how much you hate me. I
Exactly.
had a saying, I had a phrase one time. I said, there are people that will watch you have a medical emergency and watch you bleed and step over you to get to their car.
Mm-hmm.
And they go
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
home and they go
Absolutely.
Mm,
home and sleep like a baby
that's
and
Mm-hmm.
don't
tough.
think nothing of it.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
question, the question to me overall to everyone, where did we get so hateful
Mm,
and uncaring?
mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Where did
Absolutely.
we get that animal animal, I love animal commercials get more sincerity than a homeless child.
Wow.
When did
Exactly.
that happen? When did that happen? We love. I'm not, no shade to the animal lovers.
Of
You
course not.
know that somebody would rather feed a stray dog than to give somebody something to eat.
Wow.
Wow.
Where
Wow.
did we become so dispendable, or I'm sorry, you know what I mean.
Despicable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
dispensable.
what
Yeah.
you mean.
I got
I
tongue
know we know
tied.
what you
Sorry,
meant.
sorry, viewers. When do we
That's
get
okay.
to be so thrown to the side? You know, closing
Yeah.
homeless shelters for people that need them. It goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Very
But
Yeah.
true.
I think that's what it is. I question, to answer your question. I would question how much somebody really hates me.
Yeah.
That part.
and what
That
they're
part,
going
And
like
to do.
Monique said.
yeah, yeah.
Yep, and what
And
they're going
to
to do.
answer the two questions that Trey and Opulent One asked, you
Mm-hmm.
know, why are our people mostly like that? Well, it's because of, I have to say, acceptance. Because as a
Mm-hmm.
human, we have the choice to accept or renege, you know, and they haven't been taught that they don't have to accept the going,
Mm,
whatever it is. They don't have to accept it. It's
hmm.
not, and it shouldn't be a part of their creative living. Um, and that they should not live a replicated life. Those things happen, and why does? And I believe Shannon asked, why does it happen over and over again? Those things happen over and over again because they continue to accept it. It's like trying to solve a problem with the same strategy. You got to have different strategies to solve different problems. So
Very
they keep
true.
doing this, using the same thing over and over again, and many become replicas of all that's bad.
I feel
Nothing, no
that.
productiveness, no good fruits, nothing but bad. They
I
got a
feel
Cain
that.
and Abel story going every day, and that passes on from generation to generation. And it's also due to, if anybody ever read the ISIS papers, The Keys to the Colors by Dr. Francis Cress
Cress Wilson.
Welsing.
Yeah, I
If
haven't.
anybody ever read that,
I would love for you to send it to me. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I read that article, but no, I've
absolutely.
read a lot from her. Yes.
Absolutely. She said, I just want to read a quote from her,
Sure.
because this is a phenomenon that it hasn't stopped. But
Mm-hmm.
here we're going to talk about stopping it. She said her interest in the phenomenon of racism resulted from her awareness of the negative impacts this destructive system has had on the lives and behavior of the vast majority of people on this planet who are non-white and who are the victims of this power system. So
Mm-hmm.
another reason why these things continually are replicated is because of the power system. So
Mm,
with people of color, they will fight each other instead of fighting the system. Fight the system, family. We've got
Mm-hmm.
to fight the system because the system is in place to kill, steal, and destroy. And you got to find out what the methodology of killing our mental health, killing our ability to think for ourselves, killing our creativity, killing our
Mm-hmm.
connection, even with nature. We should
yes.
be able to step out and have grass under our feet sometimes to the concrete all the time. We should be able to
Exactly.
step out and breathe in the air with the trees. We should be able to touch nature on a day-to-day basis. But because of these 15-second cities, meaning cities that you need to have at least have access to transportation,
Yes.
housing, food, your basic needs within 15-minute time frame. This is
Right.
what 15-minute cities are implicating. This is what they're about. They're not looking at the system. They're not teaching people how to fight the system. However, we're here to tell you that there's a way, that the setup is to educate and become aware. Educate, again, I said it before, educate yourself through history, culture, but make what? Make new history by making
That
Mm-hmm.
part.
changes.
Now,
Black
Monique
accountability,
had a
make new
question
history.
about the book. Monique, I didn't want to
Yes.
cut you off. I just wanted to know when Monique was asking about the book that you were talking about, or the article from Francis West Wilson. So
Um,
I don't know how we
yes.
can get access to it. I know you can email it to me, but is it something that I can possibly send to her or?
I will email
Okay.
it to you. I will share the email to you, and Monique will share that with you.
Okay.
Yes, this book is amazing because just like it says, the keys to the colors. I mean, think of it. That
Mm-hmm.
part,
Right.
teaching us how this book really teaches us how to fight the system and create new history by helping people to become educated and aware and building a community, also economic empowerment, political
Mm-hmm.
engagement. Some of our people don't want to be politically engaged, but technically we
No.
are politically engaged every day. Every day is my some of my friends say every
Every
day.
day. Every
Every
day.
Mm-hmm.
day we
Every
are
day.
politically engaged. Every day we participate, and if we are voting, we are advocates, and we are organizing Black voices, influencing policy change, and promoting social justice. That's us. That's
That
us.
Yes.
part.
And that's how we just stop it. And we
Mhm.
also have to engage cultural expression, celebrate our blackness. It's nothing
I know
Mhm.
wrong with
that's right.
making history black. Take that
Exactly.
this week, make history black, because when we celebrate and embrace our blackness, and through art, music, literature, or forms of literature that help us to creatively express ourselves, listen, that also will push open doors and fight the system. You know, they're removing
Mhm.
so many black literatures, they're removing books and all the sort on a regular, but create new books, create ebooks, booklets, newsletters, uh, poetry, all types of things to actually communicate accountability, black accountability. And when you take
Mhm.
those proactive steps to address challenges, you will uplift you, me, the community, locally and globally, the world over. Advocate. Don't what? Don't complicate. Because you're
Advocate,
going to
don't
have some more
complicate.
sharing. Yeah, exactly. You're going to have some
Yeah.
more stories to share. And that's another thing. Making new history, you have new stories. The
Mhm.
old stories change to new. And it also comes with new steps, new actions. So we always want you to have something to actionable um key plan to take away. Have those key
Mhm.
takeaway actions. So you'll be able to live the best life and be the best you. Be that beautiful you. Be
Oh
that
yeah.
phenomenal
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know that's
yeah.
right.
So
I can
this
dig it.
this right here, yes, we do. And we digging deep. We
That
digging
part.
deep because black accountability is deep in itself.
Yep.
So yeah, we got to change and just say no to some stuff. Remember we talked about that last week? Just say no. It was at the
Yeah.
Just say
pit stop.
no.
Huh.
And I
Just
think we
say
have a
no.
problem with that
The
sometime.
power of
Our people
no.
have a problem. The power of no, even if
The
you
power of
format it
no.
differently, just say no, no. Susie or little Benita, you cannot hang out till 12 a.m. the next morning. There's a
Mhm.
time frame. There's a cutoff for you coming back into the house, and you don't need to be on your cell phone, you know, until
Mhm.
all night, all day and all night. There's a cutoff. There's
Mhm.
a way and to make sure that he or she, their mental health is secure. Because if their mental health is not secure, then everything else, the black accountability, that's gonna fall. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
Mm,
crapshoot. How they gonna
you're
make
right
new
about that.
history? Yeah, the babies, as Monique said, the babies. We can't let the babies fall
Yeah.
back. We can't let them fall behind, and we have to help parents if they'll take it. That's what my parents just say. If they accept it,
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
I
accept
feel
it,
that.
acceptance. Yeah, now so here we are, family. Oh, Monique, we thank you for staying with us tonight. You are just phenomenal for doing
Thank
so.
you.
Yes, indeed. You are advocating for change. You about making new history. And everybody who's listening and watching tonight, please share with us on our Facebook page. And we have the links to our other pages, and our IG page at also YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're also on TikTok. We have the links there.
What is it?
Again, our
Grand Queen on
Facebook page.
TikTok, JTI
Mhm.
Reform on Facebook.
Yes.
What is it? Just us on YouTube.
Yes,
JTI
just
Reform.
us.
Just us. Yeah.
Yes, on
So
YouTube.
yes, some of those links
Yeah.
are there. Yeah, they're there.
Exactly. So please share, watch our previous videos, watch our upcoming videos. Everything is, we're not just talking to be talking. We need
Mhm.
you to help us so that we can do what we do better, to advocate good mental health, to advocate good mental health support. And again, this is not a medical advisory team.
Mhm.
We are looking for people who are in the medical field to come join us to share. We need those
Mhm.
folks. You understand? We need
Exactly.
more on the team. We embrace that. We welcome that. We need you to pass through, to come through with that and more.
Mhm.
And folks in literature, authors, writers, we need all sorts of people from all walks of life to come and share with us, because we're talking about resolve. We're talking about an action plan. As we mentioned earlier, listen, confront it. It's okay. Confront the situation. It's possible there's going to be a backlash, but you have a plan.
Very
right?
true.
So make that journey. Make that journey. Let's talk the talk and walk the new walk.
At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, and we got Wednesday coming up. What do you say about Wednesday, Trey? Want to just share something about the pit stop?
Oh yeah, you already know. I love to say something about the pit stop. Now the pit stop
Uh-huh.
Yes.
is just what the pit stop sounds like, which is quick interaction. We're working on true engagement, organic engagement. So if we
Mm-hmm.
reach anybody, one thing that I said is whoever it reaches. I'm not going to overproduce and just pump out material to people that probably are receiving in the first place. I want it to be for those that can actually benefit from what it is that we're doing. I want you to feel what we're doing. I want you to get our vibe. I want you to pick up on what we're putting down, as people used to say back then. Are you picking up when I'm putting down? So that Wednesdays is a short show from 7:30 to 8 o'clock that gives you a chance to do that. So all of the people like Monique, Shanita, Kenneth, Miss Nini, um, Eric, Wayne, a lot of the people who already stopped by. I don't want to forget anybody's name. Obviously, my grandmother.
Yes.
People that have been watching the show consistently. Um, Stephanie, some of my coworkers, Malik. I'm gonna show it to my boss, Leah, because I've been telling her about it, and it's getting around my story that's going on. But to all those that are watching and just giving us a little bit of your energy, Wednesday does allow you to get a taste of that without having to be committed to a full show. So I want people to just pick
Yes.
up a vibe for without feeling obligated to stay for an hour. But Sunday is the full show for those that are already veterans when it comes to being our viewers. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Sounds
Yes, and
good.
we
Sounds
thank you
good,
for
Trayvon.
that. And shout out
of
to
course.
again to my big sister Margaret, also to
Ah.
Joey
Hey, Ma,
and Ariel and Victor, Daisy, Amber, all those who
Miss Alva.
who all
Yeah, Chef
Miss
Alva.
Alva,
Mhm.
Sorry.
yes, my Shiro Chef Alva, all those folks who support us also, not just on the show but also on Facebook, and they continually they are there. Also, V, who AKA Joy Joy.
Mhm.
What's
Always in the
stopping there?
spot with us. Absolutely
One
always in
person,
the spot.
one person that I won't forget is Myra. Miss Myra, Myra's Monarch. One of
Yes, Miss
the
Yes.
Myra's.
yes, one of
Exactly.
the
Myra's
Flame On
Monarch.
sisters. Yeah, one of the
Yes.
Flame
Exactly.
On
The
sisters. When it
Flamers.
comes,
From the
yeah,
Galaxy
yeah, yeah,
Poets. From
indeed.
Galaxy
So,
Poets.
and the
Exactly.
poet himself, we
Yes.
can't forget the poet himself. But yeah,
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think we pretty
Everybody in the
much
definitely the
got.
group.
galaxy.
Yeah, I think we pretty much
Definitely the
got.
group.
I think
Yes,
everyone
and
on the
all the
list,
new folks, all the
all
new
the new
people who
folks.
are
And
thinking about it,
most
don't think about it.
definitely,
Just stop by.
I want to insert another one in there too. Possible viewer. Our family is such a big support to us
Yes, they
in
I
are.
this
do
endeavor.
appreciate that.
And I shared, spoke with one of our cousins and everything. So I want to give a shout out to him, Mr. Odell McCants Jr. In his time right now, and just let him know that we are there for him as a family. We're there for him as a community. We appreciate him, and then we just have him in our hearts. So
Indeed.
most definitely, and of course, my mother. I shout out to her all the time, Margaret Gray. But I do definitely want to thank anyone that has stopped by and just spent a little bit of time with us.
Just a little
It
Exactly.
bit.
means so
Yeah,
much.
It
You
really
could be
does.
doing anything. You could be doing anything, or could have been anywhere, but you decided to spend that time with us, and we appreciate
exactly.
that. You
Yes, we
Yeah,
know,
do. Yes, we do. And
most
exactly.
Asia
definitely.
Lee,
Thank
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
you.
Asia Lee. Yes. Thank God
of
Mm-hmm.
for
course.
Asia Lee. And so many others. We gonna catch your name. We gonna get you in there. It's just that we love you. We love you so much. We love you like no other as God does. And we just need you to keep being that phenomenal you and keep
Mm-hmm.
advocating for good mental health support and share those things with us because we're also
Yeah,
about policy reform.
yeah.
And we're also about living long and living well at best.
At the same
So,
time,
at the same
Yes.
time, that part. So, Wednesday, come through at the pit stop
Mhm.
and have the best rest of your week until hump day. Peace,
Hey.
love, and joy.
Bye.
All
All
right,
right, y'all.
JTI
Thank you.
fam.
Great
Bye,
show.
Peace.
peace.
Much
Thank you,
love.
everybody,
Much
for
love.
tuning in.
Much love.
Much love,
Much
of
love.
course.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Smooches.
Smooches to you.
Bye, mommy. Love you.
Bye, Trayvon. Love you too.
Bye, y'all. Thank you for watching.